This3DLife. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to This3DLife, episode number 54. My name is Nick Cascarella. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. And sitting right across the table, glaring right across the table, Shauna Oman.
Hi.
And sitting next to her,
Stephen Broderick.
the vape god, who is vapeless.
Yeah, dude, I'm vapeless right now.
So I guess you're no longer the vape god.
No, not.
You've been dethroned by anyone else.
Probably like a vape priest, if anything.
You don't even have one. It's broken.
Yeah, okay.
So you're vapeless.
I'm vapeless, yep.
We must bring vape to the vapeless.
The Vapel Sword.
Oh my god. All right. So, Shauna,
What's up?
why don't you lead the way here? What happened this week? What do you got?
Literally didn't do anything except yesterday we did nothing and watched Daredevil.
I was gonna say, wow.
I read Deadpool.
Yeah,
because that
they're
is on
filming.
here.
Yeah.
Daredevil on Netflix.
All right. Steve, you watched some of it too.
Yeah, like halfway through.
All right. So some of it. Half of it is like.
Half of it's more than some of it.
I mean, I know a lot of people have already.
Some of it you go like is like casual, like I'm gonna watch like an episode or two. That's
Right.
some of it.
Like on Twitter or stuff, I see people be like, "Oh, I've watched like the first 2 episodes. It's really good." As we're like rounding episode 10, I'm like, "Oh God."
Yeah, but there's lots of people who have finished it.
Right, I
There's a
know.
lot of people who finished it yesterday. They watched it at 3 a.m. when it went up on Saturday.
It's a little excessive.
Yeah, I like to be in bed by then.
Not asleep, just in bed.
Just in bed. Didn't say anything about being asleep.
So, Shauna,
What's up?
why don't you lead this? Because you said something earlier that really upset me about Daredevil.
Did I?
Yeah, but you start and we'll get there.
Okay. I don't know. It's good.
That
I don't
didn't
know.
upset me.
See, I don't know anything about Daredevil.
Right.
So I went into it really blind.
Oh, that's so bad.
But it's true. I did go into it blind.
Uninformed. Can we go? I went into it uninformed.
Wasn't even trying to be punny.
That was funny too.
No, it wasn't.
I wasn't trying to be punny.
I fucking hate you.
I'm gonna start calling you Big Pun.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Well, as someone that doesn't know anything about Daredevil,
Now, are you basing what you knew off Daredevil off of the Ben Affleck?
did you even see that?
No, fuck no.
Okay. So real
No, I knew.
uninformed.
Okay.
No, I like read a couple of my brother's Daredevil comics when I was younger. Joshy really loved Daredevil.
Okay.
So I like, whenever I found one, I would read it. But they were always like scattered issues.
Right. So
and
you don't really get
what's going on.
any of his story or.
No, I know that he's a lawyer and I know that he's blind. That's what I knew going into it.
A blind lawyer.
All right.
Who fights crime at night and wears a red devil costume.
Right. You constantly were like, so wait a second, can he see or not?
Yeah.
Like while we were watching it. I was like, well, not like you and I see, but yes, he can like
I think
see.
so far they've done a pretty good job. There's a couple things they left out in the storyline that I don't like about it.
Oh shit.
I'm actually a big Daredevil fan. I've read
Steven
the comic
coming
books.
through. All right, let him have it.
The one thing that's big is they haven't shown. I don't know if they're gonna do this yet because I'm only on episode 7. But the fact that his heightened sense of hearing, one of his really only weaknesses is large or loud noises, and they haven't really shown that yet. Like a lot of times, what like Bullseye would do and stuff like that is he'd create like a distraction with a loud racket, like bang pipes or something like that, and it overloads Daredevil's sensors, and so he like, because you know how he sees like. Basically, like his like echolocation will like hit the outline of something, and then it will create like a picture, and that's like how he kind of sees. And they haven't really touched on that yet. It's really just been one of those things where like
Did you watch 7?
maybe I've only watched 6 then.
Okay.
So, but
Why?
They do touch on it a little bit in 7.
Trying to remember.
Stick.
Okay. Yeah.
I watched the beginning with Stick where he like shows him how to like do all that stuff when he's like a kid. Well, I mean, I know it shows it in the very beginning of the episode where he's a little boy and he's in there, but that's just because like he's learning how to control it.
Right.
And it's like an overload of his senses. But I don't know. I just like that's like one thing I really haven't seen.
Yeah.
But
I mean, to be honest,
He
where
hasn't
we
really
are,
fought any-
They hasn't really.
He hasn't
we haven't
fought like
finished either.
baddies.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like thugs.
And also, like, even where we are, no one knows that he's blind. That, like,
Yeah.
he's a blind vigilante. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, like, that's not, like, a thing. That, like, people have discovered that he's, like, the guy is blind.
Yeah.
Which is another one of those, like, how do they not know Clark Kent is Superman without glasses?
Right.
It's like, blind
Once they find
lawyer,
out, right, yeah.
blind vigilante.
Like, once they find out that Daredevil, like, that the vigilante is blind, like, how are they not gonna be like, it's a little fucking suspicious that this dude is
who's like,
lawyer.
who keeps like fucking up all of our shit,
Yeah.
and winning cases against us and shit,
yeah, is like also blind.
and has the same voice.
Yeah. I really like how they've they've really kind of stayed true to the whole thing where he tells people are lying by his heartbeat because he has kind of like a built-in,
That's really
you know,
sick.
Yeah, it's so
he
sick.
has like a built-in, what's it called, like lie detector test, which is really cool.
Yeah.
They did that in the comics all the time. And then also, you know, how he can like, you know, basically like tell if like when what's her name's character Claire, like she has like a broken rib or whatever, he's like it's a fracture because he can like
Hear the grinding.
hear the grinding of the bones and stuff like that, which is really cool because he does, like, he just has like full use of his senses because of
it's
that.
cool.
You know what I mean? And so it's like it's pretty cool.
Something interesting?
I was just looking at the detail on Galahad.
Oh, all right. I look over and you're like,
It's a very detailed statue.
Is the guy who's playing Daredevil been in anything else?
I really don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Is he, like,
I'm
Puffy
really
Obscurity?
confused whether or not I think he's handsome.
Yeah, I know what you're saying because there's been a couple times and like he's had his glasses off and he was sitting there. Like, he's cut.
He's
Let's
fucking
just,
cut.
Let's just throw that
He's
out
cut.
there.
In
The
that
homie's
black
cut,
tight
yeah.
shirt, dude.
Dude, the homie's cut. The homie's got a body.
I like
He's
this
cut.
outfit.
A hottie with a body.
He's a hottie with a body. He's cut. But like, yeah, there's a couple times when he's got the glasses off and he's doing that weird thing where like blind people look like
They're not looking at
not
anything.
looking at anything, but like they're like, you know, they're facing towards someone talking and he's
It's
talking
kind
to
of like
Claire.
the CGI Paul Walker.
Yes, very weird.
To be honest, though, he does a really good job at keeping his eyes affixed straight. I mean, obviously, in post-production, they probably do a lot of
Yeah, they must
Yeah.
do something.
because, like, I was even, like, really fixating on, like, how straight his stare is, even when he's, like, turning his head and stuff, because as I turn my head as a person, even trying to keep straight, your eyes still, like, lock to things.
Yeah.
Like,
They
and
waver.
attract to things. So obviously, like in post production, they have to like take the waiver out because he has like 1,000-yard dead stare. Like,
But he's got a weird look to his face that kind of reminds me of like I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It can't. There's something about his face. I don't know.
Yeah, I really can't. Like, when he's got those glasses on, ooh.
right, and I like that they didn't try and like update the glasses look. They just gave him the circle red glasses.
It's
like,
cool. It's what they always had. Yeah.
which is badass.
Yeah.
We haven't seen his cane in action though yet, or have you guys seen it? Spoilers. Has he created that yet?
Kind of.
Because
They
that was
start
like,
to allude to like where it comes from,
okay, cool. Because so far where I am,
and that he's intentionally ignoring it.
okay,
You're really close.
okay, sick. Because I know he just met up with Stick, so it's like
you're
keeps
like
back.
really
Yeah, okay.
close.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The
It's a
show
good
is
show.
really good. I like that they found a way to incorporate the overlying story of the Daredevil story, like that's going on with like Wilson Fisk, like trying to buy up properties during the big reconstruction of New York City after the attack from the Avengers.
Oh my god, that's what that was.
Did you not like it?
No, I didn't catch that. Okay, until just now. Holy shit. Okay,
That,
because
when
I
they say
remember,
the incident, that's what
yes,
they mean.
because the show is part
it's
of
rooted in the-
of the universe.
Yes.
It's part of that overall universe.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Now all of a sudden you're
Oh.
like, this show's incredible.
yeah, that makes
Like-
perfect sense then. Okay, so the they keep going like, well, we refer to it as the incident. Sounds better than like the big blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Thing. So after the fight in
New York
during
the reconstruction of the city, they're like
That's what's happening.
They're capitalizing on this reconstruction to like make an obscene amount of money
Oh, okay, so
by like
that's what it
taking
is.
like funds that are getting funneled from like the government and all this shit.
No way. So that's awesome. Cool.
It's basically what happened after Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah.
Except they used the existing incident that happened in the Marvel universe. It's fucking awesome.
That's super cool. I didn't realize that's what that was.
I'm really excited to see because obviously the Age of Ultron's coming out before like Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Jessica Jones and then the Defender show.
Yeah. They're making the Defender show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like
Netflix.
leading up that like the Defenders is going to be Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones like are going to be
Cool.
the the Defenders, which is awesome because I like that they're like dealing with street level shit.
Yeah.
Like, which I've been talking about on the podcast, Steve. Like, I've been talking about how excited I am for this, like, fucking since like episode 20. Like, because of how cool it is that it's not this overlying world-ending threat. It's just like a shitty people doing shitty things that are gonna get their comeuppance from like people that
and just trying to make it better.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it better.
That's what Chris Nolan did good. Like, he did well.
Right. It
because
wasn't
he would always have, like, even with, like, Bane with this bomb that would have affected the rest of the world, it was still, like, thugs.
It wasn't going to end the
He
world.
always dealt with thugs at some point in those movies. It's
true.
like, he did both. And that's why I actually just kind of realized that, because I actually don't really care for the last two movies. But I just realized that he does that really well.
Yeah. So I am excited because Age of Ultron comes out
2 weeks
at the
3
end
weeks.
of April in the rest of the world and May 1st here. How that's gonna like affect the rest of the story of the Defenders, like if like how deeply they're gonna play into it, because something that we haven't seen in the show is they haven't like panned out and shown like the Avengers Tower like being in the city,
Right.
No, they haven't shown that. No,
but
it's been exclusively in Hell's Kitchen.
right, and
Yeah,
that's
they haven't
kind
even
of part
like
of it.
gone to Manhattan at
Right.
all.
Yeah.
Right. So it is like in this area that they're dealing with, which is awesome because it's like this like big fucking problem that's going on in this fucking tiny area.
Right.
Like,
Well, and it's clearly, I mean, and what I thought was weird was how at no point has Matt Murdock in his everyday life or as Daredevil been like, why aren't these people helping us?
right. And it's
You know what
because
I mean?
they don't deal with shit like that.
I know,
They
but I'm surprised he hasn't said anything.
Right.
Or as like, well, they're too busy with their shit, so I'm going to deal with this.
right.
Well, it's weird they hadn't even mentioned them.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
So there's
there's
a
like
little.
Yeah.
there's been one mention of like Captain America.
That was a good mention, but it was also that could have been said in any television
Right.
show.
That could have been said in any show. But what was cool about it was that it
Steven's
was
not
like
there yet, by the way.
right. So like one of the characters makes like a joke about like, oh,
Captain
I'd
America.
be Captain America or some shit like that. But it's like,
It's funnier because it's like
because
me saying, "Oh,
that's
I
a-
could be Scarlett Johansson."
right.
Okay.
Because like he's a real fucking person in this universe. Like,
Yeah.
like Captain America is a real person.
I'm surprised. I'm waiting for Spider-Man, like in season 2.
Real? You think?
Will Spider-Man be allowed to be in this though?
Well,
Well,
I know that
they
I know
have joint custody.
Yeah.
but I don't know if
He should be because
be
Kingpin is
sick.
a pretty big Spider-Man villain.
right.
Yeah, he is.
And that it would be sick. It would be really sick just to have him be in
At least one episode.
or mentioned or something, because like Spider-Man is
Yeah.
New York's hero.
like
He
if
really is, yeah.
like if the police have to question Peter Parker because he was
Right.
a witness
Yeah.
to some
And
case
it
that,
really depends what they do with Civil War.
true.
Like if they stick true to Civil War of like Spider-Man comes out and is like, I'm fucking Peter Parker. What?
Yeah.
Did he side
He did
with
that.
Iron Man, right?
Yes, he did. He
Okay.
he decided, and he was like the first. He was like the first one to come out. There was like a big press conference, and he this is like Civil War spoilers. The book's been out for like 7
Forever.
years.
That's what I thought.
Like,
it came out when I worked at like Newberry Comics.
yeah, in like
almost a
2007
decade ago,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah, it's been out for a long
Yeah.
fucking time. If you haven't read it yet, after like years and years and years of everyone saying you have to read this, like
And if you haven't already,
it's your fault.
you deserve for everything to be spoiled.
Yeah, so like they're having like a big press conference about the Registration Act
Yeah.
and blah blah, and Spider-Man just like swings in and fucking rips his mask off and is like, I'm Peter Parker, I've been Spider-Man for 15 years or whatever.
Which,
How-
side note, they have revealed that it will be another Peter Parker and not Miles Morales.
Right.
Which is kind of a bummer.
It was never going to be Miles.
I know, but how cool would it have been if Donald Glover was an older Miles? Like a seasoned Miles.
I was gonna say, but Miles is 8. He's an 8-year-old.
8-year-olds grow up, Nick.
I know.
Peter Parker can't be a high schooler forever.
But anyway, Daredevil is very good.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like the cast. Everyone seems to be doing a good job. No one like stands out as being like not very good.
No. Not at all.
Yeah, everyone.
And then there are like weird little Easter eggs that like, because I don't know a lot about, It's weird. When you don't know a lot about something, you can still pick out what, like, Easter
Things
eggs are.
that you're supposed to be picking
like,
up on.
That's an Easter egg.
Like, where you're at, you've seen that, like, the Chinese are stamping the heroin with, like, a symbol.
Yep.
That's an Iron Fist villain.
Oh, no way.
That's the symbol.
That's a symbol of, like, an Iron Fist villain and stuff. And, like, I'm really curious to see why, because we haven't even gotten to why he's wearing, like, the black, basically Iron Fist mask.
Yeah, okay.
We haven't even gotten to that. So, like, this time
Did they
next week...
explain it?
I would assume that there has to be some sort of explanation.
Does he get the red costume in this season? Because I know it's been revealed.
I think the last episode he fucking
Probably gonna be the last
suits
one.
up.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's not my favorite.
His costume?
Yeah.
I think it looks fine.
It's a little military.
It is, but if you look at what he's wearing now, he's wearing those like Under Armour like padded like shirts and stuff that have like
I love the pants.
Yeah.
I love that he's just wearing like cargo pants with like a cinched belt.
And he's just wearing like hiking boots.
Yeah, that's so sick.
It totally is the like I need to make a difference on a budget.
Well, you know,
like you know what I mean? Like
also I think the one of the coolest things about Daredevil, and it's been like this throughout his entire publication, is that he just gets beat up. But that's his thing. It's just hand to hand combat. It's
and he could just take an ass whooping
because of his dad.
Yeah,
and just like that's what he does. That's how he fights, and it's just like, and he's so human because like he'll be like shit, like I got fucked up during that like last night's like run around, like I have all these like cuts or like blah blah blah.
I'm fucked up.
And it's just very cool like that. That's like how he's always been. He's a very like human superhero.
Yeah,
like,
because
very, like
his power is like. While it is extraordinary.
No, but his power is like something that we could all get if we lost one of our senses.
Right. Obviously
I mean?
not to the degree.
Well, if I splashed weird toxic waste in my face.
And then trained with like an Asian mafia.
That potentially is like part of the group that trains Iron Fist. I'm assuming the group is the same group but I don't know a lot about the characters. So like, which is also why I'm really enjoying this, is because like these are like pretty B superheroes.
Yeah.
Like Daredevil's like the most popular of these characters that they're going into,
Right.
the Defenders, and like Daredevil's a pretty B character,
Right.
so like,
But like your average like Avengers attendee doesn't know who Iron Fist is.
right. Even though they've done like a bunch of cartoons, an 8-year-old would probably know who Iron Fist is because he's in like all the cartoons.
Yeah. Well,
But,
like the new Spider-Man show.
right, has like everyone.
It's
It basically
so
has
good.
like all these characters
With Drake Bell voicing Peter Parker, and
Yeah.
he does a phenomenal job.
Yeah. it
Oh,
does.
really?
He is so good as like a voiceover. He's a little too old to play Peter Parker.
Do you remember when he was at the Cape Cod Mall?
No,
Drake Bell
Like 6 years ago?
I don't remember
doing
that.
what?
Like trying to play
See,
music.
back then, oh no, I do remember that because I went.
How do you? What? Where was
I used to listen to his
At
music.
the food court.
Yeah.
He did like some like
I missed this.
Yeah, I had a dance show in the mall that day.
I
like-
fucking hate this. I wasn't there.
everyone was like coming around being like, Drake Bell's in the mall. I was like, that's kind of tight.
I had
You're
a-
like, I'm working. I hate my.
it was
life.
like during one of those like festivals where they have like little kids running around. I had a dance competition in the morning, and Drake Bell played later.
Were you
did
wearing
you
those
win?
like Nike high tops and like
No, I wore hip hop sneakers.
Did you win?
So we were wearing Vlados?
You said it was a competition. Did you win? Did you bring it on?
I did bring it
Were
on.
you guys Jenny from the block? Don't be fooled by the rock.
But there's just like a lot of cool shit going on. I'm just excited to see how it grows with the new characters getting added.
Did they cast
Yeah.
Iron Fist?
I don't think they have, but I don't know.
Jackie Chan probably.
I don't think so.
I wonder if he's gonna.
He's a
be,
little old.
An older Iron Fist.
I wonder if he's gonna be AZN.
Jet Li.
Jet lid.
Jet Li.
Jet lids.
Jet lids.
I could get down with an Asian.
I think would be a good casting.
Like
for
you
that?
have the fever?
Yep. No,
All right.
I don't.
I think sidebar. I do not. No. I think maybe Glenn from Walking Dead.
That's a great one, Steve.
He could be good.
That'd
He
be
could
sick.
be really good. Up top,
What's his name?
Glenn Coco.
I don't know what his name is.
Do you want me to look it up?
Did you just say Glenn Coco?
Yeah.
You go Glenn Coco. Yeah,
But,
what is his name?
I don't know.
Stephen Yin.
Yes, it
Stephen
is.
Yin. I don't know how to
Something
pronounce
like that,
that.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Unfortunately, I'm as
It's
cornbread
you,
as it
white.
gets.
I'm so painfully white that I don't know how to pronounce an Asian
so
last name.
Wonder Bread.
I don't know if he's even.
Except he spells his name Steven the wrong way. It's supposed to be with a PH, but he spelled it with a V.
Oh,
Dullards.
he's in. I didn't even know that they were making this a movie adaptation of Chew.
Oh fuck me!
And
They're really making that?
Yeah, and he's in it. I didn't know that they were making that. It comes out. It's filming.
What
now.
is Chew?
It's a comic book.
Damn, Steven, you would love
you would
this
really
shit.
like
Really?
it. Yeah.
He's a detective that solves crimes by eating people.
No way, really?
Yeah, he like consumes.
So like people will
it's
die.
kind of like iZombie.
Kind of, yeah. So like he'll show up on like a crime scene and he'll like eat the dead person and like
Part of the dead person?
yeah, and like gain their insight and it'll help him like solve the murders.
Is he a zombie or something?
No.
Or no, he just has his power, like
Yeah.
his clairvoyant thing
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Sidebar. My dad loves iZombie.
Oh,
Like,
Dude, your dad's got great taste in teen pop culture.
like the funniest thing ever is like last week I like come downstairs.
what does he have to say about her? Because I got some things to say.
Well,
She is.
I get downstairs.
She's fucking
I go
hot.
downstairs.
She's way
I'm
hotter
like,
than Rosario Dawson.
I'm like, okay, you know what?
You need to fucking lock it up.
You need to lock the fuck up and not talk about my girl Ro like that.
Ro.
Only my boys call me Ro.
Oh my god, she's. Oh.
I don't know. I think
Whole other
iZombie
level.
girl is much more attractive.
It's like apples and oranges. It's ebony and ivory, Shauna.
Rosario Dawson.
Dante's
though.
guns.
Yeah. Well, that too. Oh my God,
Watch
we're all over the
Alexander.
place.
Watch Alexander. You see my girl nude.
Ro?
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever saw that movie.
Yeah. Well, she's nude in it. She's looking great.
It's actually true.
Her
We
body
should
is
watch
on
this movie.
point. Anyway, so my dad is like, I went downstairs. I'm like, what do you watch? He's like, oh, I'm just watching the show iZombie, and I'm like,
You're like,
oh,
Jesus
I'm like,
fucking
no
Christ.
way, I'm like, that's a really cool show. Like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I really like it. And I was like, Dad, that's awesome. And he's like, yeah, it's like really neat. Like this girl, you know, I think she's a zombie, and she like,
I think.
and he's like explaining to me, thing. I'm like,
I can't even
and
tell
I'm
you right
And
now.
I'm just like, yeah, Dad, like that's what she does, and like, she solves these cases by like, like subsiding on like brains and like all this other stuff. And he's just like, yeah, I'm really into it. And I was like, yes, that's so awesome. My dad.
But leave it to your dad to like miss like a main fucking plot point. I
Yeah.
think she's a zombie.
Well,
Like-
it's because like it's just like my dad's like a 60-year-old dude like watching these shows
Yeah.
that are geared towards like young people.
Yeah.
And but what's so cool is that he's like so into it. It's almost like he was so into like Divergent,
yeah.
which I don't think he hasn't seen that yet.
The
Like, second one,
Insurgent?
Me either.
What's
I
the
have to
third
watch
one
that
called?
Allegiant.
Are they just making up words at this point? Legion's not a word, is it?
Yes, it is.
Allegiant? Allegiance. Allegiant?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Let's look that up.
We'll make a look up on that.
But yeah, anyway, my dad's like really into it. It's really cool that he's
It's
like into it.
iZombie. Yeah, that's tight.
That's awesome.
So Daredevil's very good. Everyone should be watching it because why wouldn't you? It's Netflix.
It's $9.99, and if you don't have Netflix, you get it for a month for free.
Yeah, so you can go and watch all of Daredevil.
Yeah,
and
like,
then
just
fucking
do it.
And then maybe catch some MASH, and then also
Because all of MASH is on there.
I know,
So good.
Your eyes lit up.
I love MASH.
I know you do.
I love MASH.
And then also
Yeah, it's a word.
It is Legion? Okay.
Yeah, it's an adjective and a noun. Can be used as both.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
so stick that in your pipe.
Smoke it.
You don't have to smoke it.
Real
Just
quick,
smoke
can I
it
just
for
say that we went to an Apple store before we move on to Good, Bad, and Ugly. We went to an Apple store in the city this weekend with one of our friends who is a Apple genius. Is that what they're called?
you? I think he's a genius.
He's a bartender at the Genius Bar.
Is he a genius
making
though?
apple
Or is he
martinis.
something else?
No, I'm pretty sure he's a genius. He's gonna
he's a
listen to this
genius,
and be
yeah.
like, "Fuck you guys."
I'm not a genius.
But
level 4 tech.
level 93 mage working at the Apple store. Anyway,
You have never worked with a coprocessor before like I have. Yeah.
and we got like a demo of the Apple Watch
Yeah, so the line for this because
just to wear it.
just to try it on because they were doing try-ons this
Yeah.
weekend because they
went on
launched.
sale, yeah.
Was like 2 hours
That's crazy.
to try on.
Did you go to his store?
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
particular?
and he
Okay.
just walks in and he goes,
Can I get an appointment?
yeah, can I get a? And they're like,
You're
it's
next.
Like, they were like, it's a 2-hour wait, and he goes, yeah, can I get one anyway? And they're like, yeah, you're next. And so we literally just like walked in and we're like trying on these things. They're fucking sick.
They're
Are
really
they
sick.
really cool?
Yeah.
Like,
So they do this.
I'm trying in my head to be like,
I don't need one.
I don't want that shit. I definitely
one.
don't need it.
Yeah,
like,
I want
no
one.
one needs this shit. Like, if in the scheme of shit you fucking need,
Yeah.
the Apple Watch is like at the
Food,
bottom of the
A
goddamn list.
roof,
Like,
heat,
but
clothes.
dude, it's fucking cool.
It's
Yeah,
really
I heard
cool.
it was. I heard
Definitely
it was sick.
cool. I'm really interested.
Yeah, it does this thing instead of so you can like get text messages on it
Yeah.
and stuff, and instead of like vibrating on your wrist, it like has like a tap.
So it doesn't vibrate. It just
like-
it feels like someone's just like.
No way.
Yeah, it's cool, and then you can do like it'll like.
But if I have a watch and you have a watch, and say we're in like a social setting, and neither of us want to fucking be there, I can be like, dude, I'm gonna tap you in like 15 minutes and we'll go.
Oh no way.
And
Yeah.
and I'll literally just like scroll, tap Steven, and it'll just be like,
Yeah,
and
Oh no way.
and then what I think is cool about it is the fitness applications of it.
Yeah.
It's like really intense. It reminds you to stand up and like do things. It'll be like you.
it'll like keep tapping, which for like.
It's funny because like I need that.
Yeah,
in my
for
life.
like for shit like for like this 3D life stuff that
Yeah.
I'm like constantly like I have some shit I got to get done today, and then I sit down and do things like watch fucking 10 episodes of Daredevil.
Right. Yeah.
Like I can like set a reminder that like every 5 minutes to make the watch just be like dickhead get up, dickhead get up. Like
It's cool. And then like as Sean was explaining to us, and this could be him with his love of
trying
Apple,
to upsell and whatever, but it makes sense.
It does
like,
make sense that like
especially for you.
it's
when
a
you fucking
good
hear
way
this.
to disconnect from your phone. Because when
Yeah.
you get it, you think about it. When you get a text message on your phone, you read the text, you respond, you go on Twitter, you go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, you check your email, you
Like
do
you don't
everything.
ever just like pick up your phone and like
Look at it,
answer
yeah.
a text message, because then immediately the phone's in your hand already and you're looking at it, so you're like, oh well, I'll just check this. And
Yeah.
I'll check
Yeah,
this, and
yeah,
I'll check
of
this, and I'll
course.
check
Whereas
this, and I'll check
this, you can like just quickly
the message pops up, you see it, and that's it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
and like you don't have to like go to everything. It's like it seems like a really cool way to just
Not
pull
only,
yourself
like,
away from
do
everything.
things like control the camera from it, control your music from
Yeah.
it. Control
They had this with the Samsung Galaxy Gear that came out about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is just Apple kind of finally coming into like the.
They're doing what
watch.
Apple does, which is like take shit that's already out and just kind of like
and like refine
fine-tune
do-
it and
Yeah, I
refine
mean,
it.
because like you
Make
with,
it look better.
'cause with the
exactly, that's the
so
other
with the
thing.
gear. I mean, you were able to do all of that already.
who had that?
I don't know, but they
Did Adam have that fucking
No,
watch?
No,
He never
no,
did.
they gave them to them at work to
Right,
use while
that's
they're
what
at
it
work.
I
was.
used to have to wear one when I was at
Right,
work.
that's
but it
why
was
I
like,
remember.
they've come out with. There's been like 3 or 4 generations of that wearable technology since that came out, but yeah, Apple just refined it, made it better. Like the whole tapping thing is really cool.
Yeah,
It's
That's neat
super
because
cool.
before like I haven't tried on a gear in a while, but with that it used to just like just vibrate.
Which
right.
I
and
don't
be
like.
"Zzz."
Yeah,
And that's
No, this
what
thing like it's weird. It like feels like someone's just like
that's really cool. That's really neat.
it's subtle, but like enough.
yeah. I don't
And,
know
like,
how we got onto the fucking Apple Watch.
I said I wanted to bring it up. I put it on the outline. and
Oh, did you?
everything, Yeah.
Oh, all
That's
right.
really cool though.
But
I'm sure it's
I
better than-
want to get one, but they're obscenely expensive.
They're
I
like
think they
the-
really need
the
to try to
base model's
figure.
like $300,
It's
right?
like 370 or some
That's
shit
what it
like
is.
that.
Yeah, I think they need to figure out a way to change the price point somehow.
Yeah.
Obviously,
people
like
will buy it though, no matter what.
yeah, obviously,
I'm-
we know people
We're
who did
sitting
buy
here
it.
contemplating the both of us getting them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll get the expensive model. I'll get the sport model.
that's the thing. Like, here's the deal: if you want the cheapest one, you just get like
You get the sport model, so it's got the rubber band.
and it looks like a snap bracelet, and I'm like kind of
Kind of.
all good with that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Doesn't
mean?
really
Like
look
the
like-
one
it
Sean
more
is
or less
getting
looks like
is
a rubber
fucking
belt.
nice. Like
Would you get the one that has like the metal?
You get to
It-
change. You get to pick your band and
his
everything.
is like the $700 model one, whatever. Like whatever it is, I don't know what it. He was like, it's fucking obscenely expensive.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it's definitely cool.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I would,
he has,
the
like,
sport
length
is like
band.
waterproof, like which I think is cool.
Yeah, they're fucking cool. Like I would be lying, but on the list of shit that like a normal fucking person needs
Yeah.
in their everyday life, the fucking Apple Watch is way at the bottom of the list.
That's true.
As far as like for people like us that like cool new technology, like it's pretty fucking cool, and
Yeah.
and I'm really interested, and I might get it. So that's where I am on the Apple Watch.
Cool.
Can I just? All right, now I just got distracted. An iMessage that popped up on my computer from your cousin. They got a new dog.
Did they get a new Apple Watch dog?
No, they got a new puppy, whose name is Nova, which is a cool name.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
I think she's a black lab, but
That looks like a black lab.
yeah,
Oh, you got a picture?
yeah. She's just texting me right now. We
Oh,
bring
that's,
her.
that's a cute puppy.
Good looking dog.
All right, that has nothing to do with anything.
Nova made me.
Yeah.
Well, we could tie it all back to Daredevil. Because
Yeah.
in one of the episodes, Foggy's like, you should get a dog. Because he says that he walked into something. He's
'Cause
like, I think
he's
it's about
blind.
time to get a dog.
A blind dog.
A service dog.
No, the dog is blind.
We can also tie this into John Wick, which I just watched the other day and am totally obsessed with.
Yeah. Obsessed with is a good way to put it.
All right, fuck you. All right, good, bad, and ugly.
All right, what's good, Shauna?
It's pretty much even between good and bad. There's a couple more good things, but some of them are questionable.
Okay.
They're questionably good.
Yeah. Okay.
This table needs to be cleaned.
So this is, I don't know that this is good, more or less just interesting that Ryan Reynolds revealed a cast member. It's so funny how like
Ryan
all
Reynolds
of these,
is so hot right now.
super hot right now. All these people, all these movies like reveal cast members before they even sit down to film.
Okay,
They're
are
in
they
the middle of
pre-production?
filming. What?
Are they even?
They're filming.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Daredevil's filming. Yeah, some
Deadpool. You just did it.
Fuck.
Too many D's.
The-
D.
There was like, you know how there's like constantly online. It's like, oh, fucking some idiot on top of a building took a picture with his phone of them filming this movie.
Yeah.
And like people get all crazy about it. There was like one of Deadpool the other day of
Yeah.
him like jumping over a car or some shit.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing him in the costume though.
Where are
Yeah.
they filming?
I don't know. I didn't really read too much of the
Yeah,
article.
I actually don't know, but it told me on Facebook and I forgot. But anyway, so they revealed Ryan Reynolds took a picture with a cast member with a tweet that said something like Negasonic teenage shithead, which is in reference to a character from the X-Men, Negasonic teenage warhead. She's a pupil of Emma Frost.
Okay.
She has like precognitive abilities and stuff. And like normally she wears like she kind of looks like what's her name? Lady Death or whatever in the comics, but this she just looks like a crust punk.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It's sick.
Like she's got like a shaved head and she's wearing like a ripped up crop top with like ripped jeans and big combat boots and a leather jacket.
Okay.
And I think a 90s choker.
Very cool.
Yeah, very hip.
So hot
Like
now.
if I was driving down the streets in Montreal, she'd stop me at a stoplight trying to wash my windows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or like have a sign that says like give me $10 for
Montreal
coffee.
Street Punks Unite.
Give me $10 for coffee.
But I thought that was cool. I think it's cool that they're like revealing these things as they're filming.
Right,
Instead
yeah.
of being like, look at all this stuff we have.
Yeah, look at these people.
You
we're
won't get to
planning
see
on
it for
casting.
3 more years.
Yeah.
Whereas like this movie comes out next year.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
It's 2016.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I think that they've kept the marketing
Good.
good. Like it's
true to
not
the character.
too much, super true to the character. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's the perfect
This
amount.
is through Fox,
Yeah.
who owns the rights to
Is it Fox?
right? Isn't Fox who owns
X-Men?
X-Men
I think so.
and they also own Spider-Man?
Yeah.
They-
no,
they just-
Sony.
No, Sony owns
So
Spider-Man.
Sony, okay, no, Sony owns X-Men as well. I think.
Do
you're
they?
right. Yeah,
I thought it
right.
was,
Was it Fox? It might have been Fox. Can we look that up? Can we get a.
I don't know. A
owns-
ruling on that?
Well, I'm not sure because I know different studios own all the ones. 'Cause
Who's doing Deadpool? Sony or Fox?
Fox owns X-Men and Fantastic Four.
that's what it is. Okay.
Also, they revealed fucking what's his face's costume this week.
Who?
Ben Grimm, fucking
Oh, did they?
thing. Yeah. What do you think it looks like? I don't know. He's a big fucking orange rock person. Like,
Is it?
Back
Did
in-
they just reveal a green suit?
Wait, back in the day,
That would
he
have been
used to
so
wear-
funny.
I know.
So you just wore like bicycle shorts to like fit over his like
Yeah.
Yeah.
large legs. They're like blue and they had like the 4
it's-
logo on his belt buckle. Like
Yeah, he like it's not like super symmetrical, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of more like real rock, so it's like kind of like lopsided and
That's cool.
but,
I haven't seen
But
it.
it's just fucking orange. You know what I mean? It's just like an orange.
He's orange.
Orange, earthy orange, not
Okay.
not like
Not
bright
cartoony orange?
Yeah, he's earthy orange.
I'm
but he's
I'm
orange.
really excited for that movie because I'm stoked on the cast.
The cast is good.
Casting's great in that movie, and they're, like because they're young, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I just don't know what the movie's about.
Yeah, I don't
You know
under-
what I mean?
I will see. It's one of those things where we'll see. And we were talking about this the other day. Like, what tone are the other Netflix shows going to take on? I never know with like Marvel characters.
Yeah. Oh,
because they can
where
go
are you
either
going with
way.
it? Right. Back to the Daredevil thing. I am excited to see like the tone of like the Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Because like obviously they're not going to do like 70s Luke Cage that's like a black empowerment like
They could.
which would be sick, except that he has to exist with Daredevil now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I hope they do like a lot of flashbacks, and it's like that when they do the flashbacks. It's like this like 70s
cool.
like hip funky like you know what I mean, which would be fucking dope.
How did Marvel lose all the rights to all that stuff?
They sold it when they were bankrupt.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, back at the end of the 90s, they were like pretty much shot.
Was it late 90s or was it early 90s?
Late 90s. They were like pretty much shot, and they sold Spider-Man to Sony for
A lot of money.
a fuck ton of money.
Really?
I'm glad that they struck an agreement, and
They sold.
if these new Fox movies don't work out, I really think that they need to.
Right, because now Marvel has all the money. They have
Well, they have Disney backing them.
right,
That's why. Yeah.
exactly. That's why I mean they have all of it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel
And
guilty
Disney bought Star
saying
Wars
it,
too,
but
so
like
yeah.
I have implicit faith in this Deadpool movie, which I feel bad saying it because it takes away my faith in, or it puts faith on Fox that I
Right.
don't have.
Yeah, I mean I think that their mindset for this movie is right. They're not trying to dumb it down to. They're not trying to not dumb it down, but bring it down to a rating just to get a rating. They're giving it the R rating. They're letting it fucking fly as.
And I think Ryan
Deadpool
Reynolds. I
movie,
don't think
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds will let it.
Yeah, he's like really invested into this fucking picture.
Super invested.
Like crazy invested into this picture.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love seeing that.
Yeah.
It's like Chris Pratt, and
Right, in Guardians, he was like really invested in the Guardians. It was awesome.
that's how he got so cut.
Oh, yes, he did. But yeah, anyway, in the mid to late 90s,
So they sold off
Marvel
Spider-Man to
was
Sony.
just like done, dude. They were
Really?
fucking done. So they sold X-Men to Fox and they sold Spider-Man to Sony to pull themselves out. I mean, retrospectively, obviously, they were like, shit, wish we didn't do that. But if they didn't do that, they probably wouldn't exist today. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that, like, why did you do that, Marvel? It's like, so that we could continue to be a company. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
but you know, obviously now it sucks because now it's like we want our fucking character so we can make these movies that are making all of the money.
you want to make these crossover movies?
Yeah. But
Well,
like
and that's why I'm happy about like,
they struck a deal with Sony, like
which was
cool.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
Like,
awesome.
I
No one
mean,
thought that would
obviously,
ever
it would be
happen.
better if Marvel could just
own
own
them.
so
Yeah,
like
because
own Spider-Man.
if they owned Spider-Man and the X-Men, the movie and the Fantastic Four, this franchise, the MCU, would be so fucking different.
Yeah, it would be too
would be-
vast. Like
So fucking different, like the storyline.
we couldn't
and,
really
like,
be doing standalone movies anymore. They'd
It
have
would
to
be insane.
That would be nuts.
It would be a little too much.
It would. Like in a weird way, them not owning all these characters has like
Worked
kind of
for
kept
them.
them at bay
Yeah.
from just like
Because it'd be so expansive. It'd be like insane.
Yeah. Like Civil War. Like, I mean, it would be cool for people like us or like John Colbert.
Civil War would be a fucking sensory overload.
Yeah, but like for like my dad who enjoys watching those movies would be like,
Who the
fuck?
fuck are all these people
Civil
and
War,
why?
Civil War would have to be split into several movies.
It would have to be like three movies.
And they'd be 3 hours apiece.
Yeah.
They literally have to be 3 hours because you'd have
they'd
to
have to
fit
be the
in-
Lord of the Rings.
There's just
Yeah,
like
exactly,
so
yeah.
much going on in those fucking movies. Like in that story, there's just like because when it was going on, there were all the spin-off titles
Yeah.
that like affected what was going on in the Civil War. Like it was a nightmare.
Well, that's like I don't know. Can we move on?
Yeah,
I have so
we
much.
kinda have
I have
to.
so much Marvel news.
Okay.
Mark Ruffalo in an interview with IGN sort of was like, "We're talking about Planet Hulk."
Yes.
So it was him, Scarlett Johansson, and then a representative from IGN who I don't
Who was it?
Roth Cornet.
Roth. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mark Ruffalo said, I think there's a lot of places to go with Hulk. And Scarlett Johansson said, like where? And I can imagine her being like, the fuck you talking
Yeah.
about?
You know, like outer
Ruffalo.
space.
And that's what IGN's Roth said, space. And Ruffalo said, well, he's going to space. Yeah, I mean, there's some talk of maybe Planet Hulk.
That's so sick. Dude, the Planet Hulk story is fucking badass. The problem with the Planet Hulk story is you need some characters you don't have.
They can
Mr. Fantastic.
They can figure it
Professor
out.
X, because you need the Illuminati.
They can figure it out.
The Marvel Illuminati.
Yeah.
Who is like Black Panther, which they have and is coming out. Oh, I forgot that Black Panther's
Which
coming
is
out.
sick, yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah. Also, they
I love
revealed the
that.
first photo of Yellow Jacket.
Oh, it's badass.
There's a little Ant-Man fighting. It's badass. That's a great
Oh,
costume.
when's Ant-Man supposed to come out?
2016.
Oh, okay.
It's the next movie after
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Is it?
Yeah, what would come before it?
That's that long in between?
Yeah.
No.
What comes
There's
out?
another Thor movie in there, isn't there?
They,
Ragnarok is.
I think after Ant-Man.
Really?
Yeah. They're
That's
going
so long
they're
in
going
between
to,
movies.
They're going to the 2-year instead of 3.
Oh, okay. Also,
Which is smart, by the way, because...
they revealed concept art for Archangel.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah, you showed me
So
that. That's cool.
sick.
That's
yeah.
really cool.
The
Really
Archangel-
cool.
I thought it was going to be someone completely new, and I was going to be like, I didn't see this.
No.
I need to see this.
No.
No, the Archangel stuff is fucking cool.
Yeah, and then we have DC news, so we'll move on from Marvel.
Go.
They revealed, or Jared Leto took that Killing Joke picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
this
was
is
cool. I saw that.
That was
Badass.
cool. His hair is like very green,
Very green.
but like it's almost like the wrong green. It's kind of a yellowy green.
It could have been the camera, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's like a weird,
Yeah.
blurry picture and stuff.
It was nice of them to be like
This is for Suicide Squad, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cast took a photo this week.
of everyone except
They
Jared
did a
Leto.
table read of everyone except Jared Leto because he was off doing something else. So instead of being in that picture, he took the Killing Joke
Joke.
picture, but it's literally the entire cast. Like,
Joel Kinnaman's in it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yeah,
What's he
he's
doing in
playing
He,
Rick Flag.
Yeah, he's like the head of.
He
the-
like runs the squad.
Yeah.
he replaced Tom Hardy though, so it's like Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy didn't like the script,
Joel
so he
Kinnaman.
dropped.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, which is worrisome to me
Wait, what else
because
is Joel Kinnaman?
he was RoboCop
he was RoboCop.
Oh, he was RoboCop.
and he's in The Killing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's the like the Swedish guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone was in the fucking picture.
Yeah, people who I don't know who they play.
Yeah, but you know who was in the picture?
Who?
Who?
Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, and what's her
Something
name?
else.
Dilvigny, whatever her first
Yeah.
name is. She's
plays Enchantress.
yeah, she's scary pretty.
Yeah.
In like
She's a
an
model.
in an
That's like-
intimidating way though.
Yeah,
She's not, like,
you're like,
It's her eyebrows.
yeah, they're intense. What else do I have? Oh, James Wan. You know, he just directed Furious 7.
So sick.
He's the front runner for directing Aquaman,
yeah.
Oh man.
which
He's
people
so
are
sick.
like, Aquaman's gonna drive the invisible boatmobile off of No one said that. That was my reference.
It would be tight though if he did
If he
some,
drove a
like-
fucking car,
But
if
it's
he
like-
drifted a car, fuck you.
because this dude directed Furious 7.
yeah, that he only
That was his first action movie. He directed 10 horror movies before
Yeah.
Yeah.
Furious 7.
Yeah.
I think
so
he'll
what
do
is
really
Aquaman
well.
gonna be a serial killer that drives fast cars?
I hope so.
That'd be so sick.
That would be so sick.
And then I don't
the
have
franchise
this.
with Tank, and my boy Neymar could finally get his place in the sun, huh?
I think they said that they're not doing
Yeah,
a
I know. I'm
Submariner
pissed. Okay,
movie.
let's not even talk about it. You texted me and told me that, and I
Yeah.
was really upset.
They said that there were talks of the Submariner
Yeah,
movie.
but then
and then
I think they were like, we can't do
they
it.
recanted.
I don't know why they recanted. He's the
I
coolest.
recant.
He's the coolest.
You
Also-
might get him one day
Yeah.
when you're like 34.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Also,
What?
DC has left New York. DC headquarters are no longer in
Yeah,
New
where
York.
are they?
California.
Okay.
And Marvel, they tweeted out this thing like, oh, we're going to miss everyone in New York. And Marvel tweeted them a gif of when Rocket Raccoon is like crying when Groot's about to die and Groot like wipes his tears. And they tweeted that at DC. Which like people are taking as like a nice gesture, but I feel like it's sarcastic
fired!
and mean. Okay, let's move on to non-comic book related things, even though we'll have to go back momentarily.
Perfect.
The iOS 8.3 update that added all of the like different
The emojis?
yeah,
haven't
the
done
different
that
emojis. I haven't done it either.
I just
There's an
downloaded
emoji
today.
for the Vulcan salute,
Oh, there is?
which is I will upload or whatever it's called.
Update it.
Update it. Thank you, Steve. Just for that.
I just downloaded it this morning, and I haven't applied it to my phone yet.
How do you do that?
Well, you just go to settings, and then you go to software update.
Oh, okay. I haven't even. It hasn't even popped up for me. So
It didn't pop up for me. I had to like actively look for
it popped up for Nick.
And then I said, not now, because I was doing something, and then I forgot about it.
Lego Dimensions was announced.
Dude, this is sick.
It's okay.
No.
Okay, can you explain it to me a little bit more?
It's sick.
It's basically Amiibos, but with Legos?
Yup.
All right, moving on.
No, but what's sick about it is that you know how many properties Lego owns?
No.
Ninja Turtles, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters.
Wait, they own that?
DC, Marvel. Well, they have licensing for all that.
Yeah.
All that shit, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
All of it in this fucking game.
Star Wars. Marvel.
So you can like straight up be like, Batman driving the DeLorean with Doc Brown off of a cliff into Jurassic Park while fighting Ninja Turtles.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's
know what I
it's a
mean?
lot to take in now.
I don't know how they're gonna do it,
Yeah.
like how it's gonna work, but like
Seems
that
like
was
a big undertaking.
Their like pitch on it was like, we have all these licenses and they're all gonna be in the game.
That's cool.
Like, so
Deus Ex Mankind Defeated.
I saw that there was a release or an announcement trailer for that.
Yeah,
I'm not.
It was the cover of Game Informer.
Was it?
Yeah,
Game Informer-
it will be.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
What is it?
It's a game.
Deus Ex. It's
Oh, yeah, I
like
remember
it's like you can play it how you want, but you're like kind of a robot person.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you can like play it stealthy. You can play it action. You can
Mankind
Play
Defeated. It sounds like a Terminator title.
it does.
Okay. We have this is still in good, and then we'll transition to bad. And the first thing in bad
Might not be bad.
is questionable. And this is questionable too, because I have a question mark next to it.
All right, let me have it.
Bill and Ted 3.
That's definitely questionable.
It's like kind of cool because it would be pretty funny.
Right. Okay.
Like-
So, man, like, what happened with
Keanu
the
Reeves
housing
is
market
old.
crash of 2008?
Yeah.
Let's go back in time and figure it out.
Oh, man, reverse mortgages? No thanks, bruh. Whoa.
Like-
My IRA? Whoa.
It's just like,
Bro, I just got into this time capsule. Now I have Dick Cheney sitting next to me.
Excellent.
excellent.
Most excellent.
Yeah. And then they do the like air guitar thing. It's like, just, all right.
It could be good. It could be
well-
really bad.
What we were talking about earlier, though, I mean, the casting of Keanu Reeves, no matter what, he looks exactly like
He looks
did.
exactly the same.
He's still really old though. Like
But he still looks like he's 19.
I don't know what the other guy, we never
Is he
figured.
alive? Is Alex Winter alive?
If he's alive, he does not look as good as Keanu Reeves
No,
does.
there's no way. Because Keanu Reeves stole his life force.
Right.
During
That could
filming.
be it. He has him like chained up somewhere and he's just draining
he
his
looks
life
like
force.
a dad.
Alex Winters, kind of looking the same, too.
Let me see.
He looks the same, but he kind of just looks like a dad.
He does look like a dad.
It's something weird. Maybe they did go back in time and found the Fountain of Youth.
They might have. I mean, like, listen. It's fucking Bill and Ted, so they can like do anything and it'll fit because those movies are fucking weird.
Yeah, they are.
Like
That's true.
Bill and Ted's Bogus
As long
Journey.
as the script is good.
They're fucking around with death.
They play
Yeah.
Battleship against death
Yeah.
to fucking like then go in the future to meet a world that is obsessed with them and also an alien that splits into two aliens named Station.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like,
Yeah, the excellent adventure was just them trying to get their history paper done.
right.
Which is
and then-
hilarious,
which is
by the
awesome.
way.
Which is
Like
hilarious.
on its own is funny.
So like
Yeah.
it could be something where they like
It's like Magic School Bus, but for
Adults.
young adults.
right. So like
Definitely.
when Bogus Journey ended off, they were like the most famous people that have ever existed.
Well, their band got huge, remember?
Right, Wild Stallions.
Yeah.
And
Wild Stallions.
Wild spelled W-Y-D whatever.
W-Y-L-D.
Yeah,
Wild,
yeah, like that, like something fucked up. But what on earth? Like, if you were to predict what happened, if they weren't the most famous band, they could do something where they like work in the same office and they have like a big report thing due, and it's like basically the same fucking movie, just
Yeah.
like them being old and having to like go forward or backward in time in order to get like
They'll
their
probably
report
be
done.
like real unhappy in their fame and go back in time to.
To be unfamous. That would be kind of funny.
That'd be kind of funny.
But is the guy that plays Death coming back? And is like
The guy who played Death.
because that's really important. And George Carlin is dead,
Dead, so he can't, yeah. he's
Yeah.
not.
which I'm just like remembering and getting really upset about.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, he was such an integral part of the first movie. So it's
Rufus.
Like,
was
yeah,
his name.
Rufus.
Wow, I'm like fucking deep cutting everything
Yeah.
out of fucking Bill and Ted.
So there's some hard pulls.
Yeah. I don't. honestly, they could do anything with it. It's going to be an hour and a half, and it's going to be fucking Bill and Ted. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
okay. John Wick was an hour and a half.
like,
I still want to see that. I haven't seen it yet.
It's great.
it's just going to be Bill and Ted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't expect too much from it because of what it like.
It's Bill and Ted.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not quite Dumb and Dumber. So when they remade that, it was like people had high expectations or were
It's
let
like-
down.
it's
It's not quite
fucking-
Dumb and Dumber. It's Bill and Ted.
Yeah. It's just you can't expect too much from it because it doesn't have
In senior
enough
year-
to deliver. You know what I mean? It's just is what it is.
In senior year English, we had to do these things where we would get like vocabulary from whatever books we were reading, and you had to like write scripts or like write a paragraph where you used all of the vocabulary. And I did one, and it was between Bill and Ted.
That's sick.
And no one in my class got
Yeah,
it.
because
Everyone
like,
was just, my teacher was super into it. She was like, excellent.
yeah. But like that's the other thing. Like, who's actually going to be interested in going to see this fucking movie?
People your age?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the,
Like,
movie, the movie came out in like 89.
Yeah, not
right?
even
But
other
you know,
people
like
my age.
No.
people older than us will be like, "Oh fucking Christ, they're making that," and then people younger than us will be like,
What?
Who is that?
what the fuck is this?" Like, and then
People my age
and
will
then
be like that.
and crane their heads back into their iPhones. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just like
Right.
it's late. Like, if they were gonna do it, it should have been like 10 years ago.
Yep.
Honestly, 10 years ago, yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's for us. We'll go see it and we'll fucking be like, this is too much, and then we'll leave, and that'll be that, and that'll be like the end of Bill and Ted. And if you expect more than that, then like
You're a fool.
you need to reevaluate
Yeah.
the situation because it's
It's
fucking,
not Schindler's List.
we know it's better. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah,
still got a lot to cover.
I know, and we're already fucking deep into
You
this.
just keep getting.
Well, it's not my fault that you bring up the topics that need talking about.
Okay, anyway, so this is a questionable topic. If it's good, if it's bad, it's actually one of those things where you won't know until it happens, and that's the no post credit after Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Right. So here's my thought on that, and I'll be brief.
Extra brief.
Is like those set up what to be excited about in the next year or two of Marvel.
Right.
So without it, then what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously we know what they're doing because they announced their full lineup through 2020. Like, so we know the movies that are coming out, but it's like those gave hints as to where the story was going, and then without that, like, then it's just like end of the movie, wait for the next one, I guess, which is fine because like that's how movies honestly should be, and we're like spoiled with this like universe of movies, whatever. But it's kind of became like an integral staple to the franchise. Is like
It's a thing now where people wait after the credits of
other
every
movies.
fucking movie.
Right.
Like what? There was something we were at, and
And it's like a total
There were, like, a
standalone
bunch of
movie that
people-
there's never going to be a second one, and like,
no, it was Furious 7.
oh right, and it's just
Everyone was like sitting down, and I was like,
like, it was like
has there ever been a post
Furious,
credit? Like,
yeah, and on top of that, like
weird. I don't think there's ever
they
been.
wouldn't put a post credit on, especially on that one, because the end of that movie was the tribute to Paul Walker.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
There's no way that they're going to draw attention away from that.
right.
Like, so when people were sitting there, I was like, dude, you guys are fucking numb. There's definitely like no.
But then
way
there
in
was
hell.
one, like I think Tusk, like we were all sitting and waiting, and someone was like, "Yeah, post credit Kevin Smith," and then there was something.
Yeah, and it was just like a little silly something, like whatever. But that's what I expected from that.
Yeah.
Was to be like a little silly something.
I don't know. I think it's not.
Tusk was such a good movie.
I love that movie.
I
I
think-
love that. Oh, we can't get into
No.
Tusk right now.
Then I was just like, come on, come on. I think it is a bad thing that there's no post credit because I agree. I think it gets people excited. It also sort of just like wraps up the experience you just had in a lighthearted sort of a way.
Yeah, or just gets you like so fucking amped. Like remember, end of first Avengers was Thanos,
Yep,
Yeah.
Thanos, yeah.
dude. I was fucking buck.
Yeah.
Like
Some of them are bad.
some of them are stupid.
Thor
and,
2
like,
was terrible.
yeah, some of them, and like one of them where it was like
Winter Soldier wasn't great.
yeah, it was just like the
It was Bucky looking at like a Captain America exhibit.
in the exhibit, yeah, but it was supposed to be like, oh, he's still alive, but like I fucking knew he was still alive.
Yeah.
Which actually I keep forgetting that Winter Soldier is like still in this
Yeah.
universe, which is fucking badass.
Yeah.
Because the Winter Soldier is sick.
Yeah. But then there's things that like the Howard the Duck.
was fucking
That was just
sick.
great.
And it went with that movie so well.
Yeah.
Like, at End of Guardians, I didn't want, like, this big, serious, like...
Right.
It was perfect. Like, Howard the Duck. Like, awesome.
Right. But then you got, like,
outrageous.
I don't remember what movie it was after, but when they showed the Collector.
That was the end of Thor 2. Yeah, because...
Thor 2 was them sitting down at breakfast.
No.
And she hears the lightning and she's like, oh my god. I'm a made-up character who's basically just a damsel in distress.
Yeah, she fucking needs to go the fuck away.
Yeah, so does Kat Dennings' character.
Yes, both of those characters are
Actually,
so
they should just
unnecessary.
stop making Thor movies.
Actually, yes. No, because that was the one, because what's her name? Lady Sif and one of the other fucking dudes is bringing the
You're
red
right.
Infinity Stone to the Collector to hold on to.
Okay. They're remaking She's All That.
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Right?
Why do you need to remake that? That movie was perfect the way it was. And it was
And
only
it just
in
doesn't.
99.
It
was
also
like,
does not fit into where we are socially these days.
No, not at all.
Where, like, you can't just make over a girl and find her attractive now. That's offensive to feminists.
I can't believe they're really going for
They
it.
just,
Yeah, it's a
you should
Weinstein
just-
Company
If
movie.
you want to go see that movie, just go buy it. It's probably like literally $2 on Amazon.
Also, I can't believe it came out like 16 years ago.
Yeah, dude.
That's making me feel real old because I saw it in the theater when your boy was 12. Like, that's freaking me out.
That's Freddie Prinze, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a great movie, but
Oh
it's
my
just,
God.
it does not fit into our social
Yeah. I know.
status these days.
I mean, they're gonna
And
change it.
Rachel Lee Cook.
Yeah.
What a babe. Paul Walker was in that too. Rest in peace.
Oh, yes, he was.
Played his
I'm gonna
best friend.
cry.
Yep.
Paul Walker was one of his big breaks before Fast and Furious.
You know what else they're remaking? And this is even worse. Even worse than She's All That. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I don't know why you'd attempt that. I don't know why that would
Why?
be.
Into a TV series.
Oh, get out of here with that too.
Isn't that terrible?
So upset.
That's like the number one. That movie is literally
Cannot be redone.
perfect.
Is Meatloaf dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, Meatloaf.
How
is
are you
dead.
gonna fucking make that movie?
They're rebooting it essentially.
You could,
They claim that
sign
they're-
your boys online be Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
It's Fox as well, so
Oh, Fox, great.
Oh, this is gonna be Fox.
yeah.
Perfect.
They claim they're sticking to the original script.
So that really,
What's the point?
Cool. So they're gonna allow
Transsexual-
a transsexual Transylvanian on network TV. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think that's gonna happen.
yeah, who's like hypersexualized, wearing lingerie, like yeah,
Dr. Frankenfurter. I don't think it's really gonna like parlay well on
yeah,
TV.
that's gonna work out.
Yeah. And then this is bad because I'm kind of scared. They're making Five Nights at Freddy's into a movie. That will be literally terrifying.
What is that?
We told you about. It's the one.
It's a
where,
mobile game.
So it's the game where
You're in a restaurant where the
basically
animatronics
a-
come alive and kill you.
basically
oh no
a
way!
Chuck E.
Yeah.
Cheese.
So they're making a movie out of that.
Yeah.
I'll fucking shit my pants and be afraid
We
of
have
the
to go
shit
see
and
it,
the
though.
movie.
I'll just be more upset at the shit than
Yeah.
afraid of the movie.
Yeah.
The last thing on the list of bad is that Nina Dobrev is leaving the Vampire Diaries. Now, that's not bad because I care. It's bad because people do care.
Right. I was gonna say no one at this table really gives a shit.
I
But
watched that show, but I'm not caught up because it's bad.
yeah, you were like, this show's so good, and then this is like over the course of like a few months of you watching and catching up and
Yeah.
whatever, and you were like really into it, and you're like, I think you would like it, and like all this shit, and then I come in one day and you're like, this show is so fucking bad. What like?
It's cool. Like the first couple seasons, they just like poke fun at like vampire pop culture.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And they do vampires pretty differently, but then it got like too teen drama for me, and I was like,
She's a fox though.
yeah, she is. I mean, she looks kind of prepubescent, but in a good looking way, in the Selena Gomez way.
Oh right. I was
Okay, I
like,
was gonna
I was
say.
like, you got to tread lightly in the next few.
Selena Gomez still
Next
looks
words
like
out of
she's
your mouth
12.
there.
What?
Selena Gomez still looks
like she's
12, but she's attractive.
Yes.
Same thing with Nina.
Nina.
You know what's ugly?
Me.
No, you're actually quite handsome. Comcast still won't support HBO Go on the PlayStation 4.
All right. Now this isn't like
This isn't news.
This isn't news. This is you venting.
I'm pissed.
Comcast.
Continue.
It's against the
is
law.
Comcast is just a terrible company.
I
They
literally
really are.
fucking hate them.
Everyone always is constantly complaining about them.
They're literally cruel.
There's nothing good about them.
They're breaking the law. They can't. I'm paying for HBO. Like, you can't tell me.
You're paying for it through them.
Right.
We have Comcast.
And they won't support it. Like, that's so wild.
Yeah. It's literally illegal. They have to provide me with
I know they're like in the middle
full
of
range of service.
in the middle of making it happen, but it's still not happening. And Game of Thrones, more importantly, Silicon Valley is fucking tonight.
Right.
And
You'd rather watch it on the big TV.
I'd rather watch it
on our big nice TV instead of downstairs on the rinky-dink one.
Yeah.
rinky dink. Now that's a very first world problem.
It's not a HD TV.
Oh my god. That's not HD down there?
No, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just not hooked up properly.
Yeah, we don't.
It's not an ample TV for watching.
Yes.
This one is
So it's not this giant one.
glorious. Okay, around the web.
Okay,
Now this is
great because this is the first week in a couple weeks that you haven't pre-informed me of Around the Web.
you might already know about it though.
Ugh, I hate my life.
Now this is an IGN article, but I've seen it elsewhere, like on BuzzFeed and everything. I'm just going off the IGN
Love
article
BuzzFeed.
by
I love those.
Jenna Pitcher.
Uh-huh.
I'll read you the headline, sweetie. NASA's head scientists predict alien life will be found by 2025, in the next decade.
Yes.
Can we follow that up by our Milky Way galaxy is a soggy place? What the fuck does that mean?
It's an
Excuse me?
typical IGN tagline.
Yep.
A soggy place.
Yeah.
Here's a quote from the NASA chief scientist.
Okay, yeah.
That is quite a job.
All right. First of all, I need to tell you how I'm feeling right now.
Scared?
I'm very scared,
Scared.
but on top of that,
I'm a scared.
but on top of being scared,
I'm a so scared.
but on top of being scared, for those listening to the audio version and not the video, I'm sucking my thumb. And but I'm also like, fucking thank God. Like, thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, like, thank you. Like, it is about goddamn time that it's just like, yep, there's other life out there. Fucking everyone's on board with this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how it's still, like, up for debate.
Dude, how wild would it be?
scared.
How wild would
I'm
it be
terrified,
in
but-
2025 that we're doing this podcast? And then I'm
No,
like,
that's the end of sentence. How wild would it be if we're still doing this podcast?
And then
in
I'm like, yo, I'm a fucking alien, and I've been an alien the entire time.
I would feel betrayed.
I zip my skin off, and I'm just some fucking alien. I'm all like,
Could you be like the aliens that sat behind the big computer monitors in Men in Black, the like tentacle alien with the eye?
Either that or I'd be like the really tiny one who popped
I'm
out of the
hoping
the
you're
body, like the face opens up,
like,
and I'm like this
I'm hoping you're like the aliens from The Simpsons.
big. And I'm just like
Yeah. What is it? Krang and
Liu Kang.
No.
I'm just really excited.
It begins with a P, doesn't
I
it?
just got real kind of hard.
Doesn't it
I'm
begin with a P?
half-mast.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Anyway, I have a quote. I think we're going to have strong indications of life beyond Earth within a decade, and I think we're going to have definitive evidence within 20 to 30 years. We know where to look. We know how to look. In most cases, we have the technology, and we're on a path to implementing it, and so I think we're definitely on the road.
Yeah, we have all the evidence we need out in fucking New Mexico. That shit, Area 51, that shit's real. We have it. Like, let's get real. That's been around since the 40s.
They're liars.
Who?
Government. They're gonna come gank us up now. They're breaking through the shitty skyline.
Yeah, that has like a fucking giant red.
They get caught up in it. Like,
They're like, these guys are clearly talking about conspiracies and smoking pot in this Jimi Hendrix looking room. For those of you not watching the video,
elephant tapestry.
the room we're in right now looks like something where the Doors recorded their debut album in the 60s.
but only if the Doors are really into collecting children's toys.
Oh my god.
Anyway, things come out this week. Most importantly,
I know what comes out this week.
go ahead, tell me. Are you gonna tell me?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
All right, Mortal Kombat 10 comes out this week. People were really upset. They said that they released NetherRealm released too much information.
It's a fucking
hashtag Mortal Kombat spoilers.
Yeah, all you have to do is hear the title of the game is Mortal Kombat. And I'm pretty sure you're well aware of what's going to happen.
They released way too much information.
I mean, to be honest, they were like really intense with the amount of like
this character,
and here's like this, and you can do this and this.
Well,
and
guess
it's like
what? People are
every
still going to
week.
buy it, and people are still going to get down.
People
on
are
some
like, I'm
MK.
not as hype about it. I'm like, really? Because I'm like
Really, because
more hype.
I'm fucking at full mass right now thinking about.
I'm just saying,
Kombat.
I'm bursting through my denim.
Yeah,
You keep making really gross sexual jokes on this podcast.
burning through my denim.
He said something yesterday about, or last week about gripping his thigh and
Rubbing your thighs or
Yeah, I'm sitting there
something.
going like this. Mortal Kombat.
It's a Mark Hill move. Dude, what's that move?
I don't know, like a-
Anyway, Titan Souls also comes out.
That's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
We'll probably do a Let's Play of that.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right.
And then for movies, there's like a couple, but there's only two that are worth talking about. One because I want to see it, and the other because I want it to burn.
Oh,
Unfriended comes out. That's the
you're
scary.
like so.
It's a MySpace movie, right?
Check them out on MySpace.
I think it's a Skype movie, actually.
No, it's about bullying. Is the movie?
The overall message is probably like, don't cyberbully.
Yeah, or else
Yeah.
a ghost will come and kill
Yeah,
you.
well, it's like this girl gets like gang raped
Computers are the devil.
on video, and she kills herself, and like
Yeah, she's like
Someone
a drunk
posted a
slob at a party, and then like ends up getting
raped,
at
Okay,
the
that
party, and
sucks,
it's all on video, and,
and they
like,
post it,
and it gets posted on the internet,
and
then
then
she
her
kills
life
herself.
is ruined, so she kills herself. But then
She haunts them.
she
for-
haunts this group of friends who just like sit around in Skype, which is weird already because I don't think
It looks like a Google Hangout, to be honest. It doesn't
Probably a
look like a
hangout.
Skype.
Probably a hangout, yeah.
it's the Skype logo's in it.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, never mind. Not a Google Hangout.
because you can group Skype.
What do I've Skyped literally once in my life.
I'm surprised you even Skyped once.
I've Skyped a couple times.
I've literally never Skyped. I've only ever FaceTimed. Can you multiple FaceTime?
We could try right now on air.
No.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Hey, bitch.
Bat.
Anyway, I think it looks like a fun horror movie.
I don't know if I'll see it.
You know what? Just
You
Skype
have
me.
to.
What?
I'm making you. Is that or we go see Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, which comes
I would
out on
rather
Friday.
see that.
Fuck that movie.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck Paul Blart.
We should go burn all the film. It's ruining
The
society.
film. I don't think a movie has been on film in
I'll just,
a long time.
Just smash the computers with a hammer.
Yeah, I was gonna say the CD that comes and just.
there are directors who refuse to do digital.
That's true.
But when it plays in a
So
theater,
cute.
it goes to like
No, not necessarily.
Let's look at real.
Yeah.
like if we were to go down right now,
You can like hear it.
would I go? Let me see the reel to reel right now, and they're
We
like,
no longer have friends at that movie theater.
and they
He's
would
gonna use
go.
Or one friend got fired and then the other one stole a bunch of money.
baby. Wait,
All right.
wait, someone? You guys had friends
Yeah.
who were there?
Yeah, we
I
used to
do.
get in and get free concessions.
Oh, damn! Free.
And then you remember how that kid like left the door unlocked for his friends to go steal money from the safe? Did you read about that?
No.
I went to high school with him.
Mooncorn?
It's called a Moviecorn.
You're disgusting, man.
Mooncorn. I called it Moviecorn.
Game of Thrones season 5 is tonight. Silicon Valley season 2 is tonight. Bye. Turn off the recording.
Give me the Moviecorn.
Turn off the recording.
Say goodbye, Shauna.
I already did.
All right, bye guys.